Hello guys, I hope you all are doing well today. Welcome to IT Talk TV. In this video, I'll be bringing you up to speed with some of the latest happening in the world of football. So stay tuned as I take you around the latest in football news. Check this out from Fabrizio Romano. Breaking: Manchester United have to pay Ruben Amorim £12 million if they sack him within the first year of his contract at Old Trafford. He was appointed manager of Manchester United 1st November 2024. So, should Manchester United show Ruben Amorim the exit, they will have to pay him a whopping sum of £12 million. And that is because he still have contract tied down at Manchester United. So, it is up to Manchester United to decide if to keep Ruben Amorim and let the result continue this way, or be shown the exit and pay him off. The choice and the ball is in the court of Manchester United to decide. Alright, let's head over to Portugal, where one man is about to take charge after Benfica sacked their manager, talking about Bruno Lage, after he lost the UEFA Champions League opener to Karabakh in an historic comeback by Karabakh. Benfica led 2-1 at halftime, and Karabakh went on to defeat Benfica by 3-2, and Bruno Lage was shown the exit immediately after that Benfica clash. Benfica currently are not doing bad in the Portuguese league, because after 5 matches, Benfica sit 4th on the Portuguese league with a match at hand to play, having gotten 10 points from 4 matches. Played 4, won 3, and drew 1. Yet to lose a match in the league. And for a couple of seasons now, talking about 2024-2025 season and 2023-2024 season, they have been second best to Sporting Lisbon. And I think all of this has contributed to the sacking of Bruno Lage, not just the loss to Karabakh last night. Even though that loss was avoidable, because Benfica, of all the matches they have in the UEFA Champions League group phase, that should have been the easiest for them to pick all 3 points. But then they allowed 2 goals to slip off, and Karabakh came from behind to defeat Benfica by 3-2. Check this report that is coming in. Jose Mourinho has agreed to return to Benfica almost exactly 25 years to the day since starting his managerial career there. First Champions League game, Chelsea away. This will be interesting to see. Jose Mourinho returning to management as soon as possible, with Benfica that have actually sacked their manager. The report went on to say by Fabrizio Romano, Benfica are in advanced talks with Jose Mourinho after Bruno Lage got sacked overnight. Understand, Mourinho has opened doors to Benfica move as he wants to return to coaching immediately. The agreement could be sealed soon. Interesting. Talks has advanced as Jose Mourinho is about to be the next Benfica manager. He left there about 25 years ago and currently is about to return to where he actually started his managerial career. And I think it will be an interesting one for the Portuguese super manager, because it will be a home for the Portuguese tacticians, talking about the special one. And it would be nice to see Jose Mourinho return to Stamford Bridge to take on Chelsea in the UEFA Champions League match next for Benfica. But we'll see how this will play out in the coming days. All we are expecting to hear is an official statement from Benfica Football Club, and also the transfer specialist, talking about Fabrizio Romano, to hear a year ago that Mourinho has signed to become the next manager for Benfica. Okay, let's move on to Anfield. One manager have come out in defense of his player, none other than Ancelotti. And who is he defending? Florian Wirtz, whom a lot of people have been terming as flop after just 4 EPL matches. This is what Ancelotti have to say. Check this out. Ancelotti defends Florian Wirtz. There is so much focus on our signing, not least the pundit who may be support other teams. There is so much focus on Florian, but the ones who were already here haven't scored 4 goals or at 12 assists. This is not the kind of defense I expected from Ancelotti in defense of Florian Wirtz. Definitely, the pundit and the football analyst would definitely talk. Florian Wirtz did not come to Liverpool at a cheap. Florian Wirtz was bought for 125 million euros, and as such, that price tag comes with a lot of responsibility, and Florian Wirtz have to wake up to that responsibility. What pundits and analysts are doing is just common in football because criticism is part of the game, and in as much as he is being criticized constructively to live up to the billing, I think is a good one. Yes, like the manager said, the players that have been there have not actually scored 4 goals or produced or provided 12 assists. That is not how it is. He doesn't even need to provide an assist for everyone to see that he is actually doing well. Florian Wirtz have not actually lived to the billing, and in my opinion, I will give him that benefit of the doubt. Coming from Bundesliga to the EPL is always very difficult for players to adapt. Few players could click immediately, but some actually take lots of time before they can adapt to the English Premier League. So Florian Wirtz still have a lot of time, but the criticism will not stop. Talking about other players, when Chelsea signed Moses Caicedo from Brighton, a lot of criticism comes with that. When Chelsea signed Enzo Fernandez from Benfica, he was criticized for not living up to that price tag. I mean, what a lot of pundits and analysts are actually saying is Florian Wirtz should up his game because that price tag actually comes with a lot of responsibility. There are lots of players that were bought in with a very high price tag. They never live up to it, and they still talk about them even till they leave their career. Talking about one player, notable of all of this player, was Fernando Torres, doing fantastically well at Liverpool. And when Chelsea signed Fernando Torres back in the days for £50 million, that was a British record signing fee as at that time, Fernando Torres turned out to be a shadow of himself, and he was most talked about all through his playing time in the EPL. So it's normal, and it's normal for players to be criticized if they are not doing well. And we hope to see Florian Wirtz live up to the billing. If not, pundits and sport analysts will continue to talk about Wirtz because that price tag is huge. Okay, still at Anfield, talking about the home of Liverpool. After the manager talks, the player, the captain, talking about Virgil van Dijk, is also talking. And what is Virgil van Dijk saying? He has the bragging right of saying that Liverpool want to make a statement in the UEFA Champions League this season. Take a look at what Virgil van Dijk has to say. Van Dijk on Champions League this season. In the start of the campaign, I am confident that we can show Europe that we are a fantastic team. We can do great things. Well, Virgil van Dijk is spot on. Liverpool spent over 500 million euros in the transfer window. Currently, they are the defending champion of the English Premier League. And as such, they have boosted their squad so heavily with quality players. And one of which is Florian Wirtz, which the manager talked about, that was bought for 125 million euros. Alexander Isak was bought from Newcastle United for 150 million euros. Hugo Ekitike, who have been doing pretty well, was bought for 95 million euros from Eintracht Frankfurt. Jeremy Frimpong was bought for almost 40 million euros from Bayer Leverkusen. And also Milos Kerkez, the left back, was bought from Bournemouth for almost 40 million euros. So all of these are quality players that Liverpool have actually injected into the team. And as such, Virgil van Dijk might not be wrong with his statement, but it's football. Anything and everything is possible. Other teams as well are well equipped. So we'll have to see if Liverpool will definitely go all out to win the UEFA Champions League, as Virgil van Dijk have stated. But like he has said, Liverpool is a team to watch this season. Alongside with the quality of Mo Salah they had already, I think indeed Virgil van Dijk is spot on. Liverpool is a team to watch. In my opinion, they are one of the favorites to actually lift the UEFA Champions League this season. Okay, let's move on. One man that will not go off the news in a while still remains Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson is still talking, and this is what Nicholas Jackson has to say when asked about his future at Bayern Munich. Check this out from Fabrizio Romano. Nicholas Jackson on his future in 2026. My focus is on giving my best here. Bayern is one of the best clubs in the world. If everything goes well and everyone is happy, I would, of course, like to stay. But now, It's about the present. Work hard, do my best. That is Nicholas Jackson's response when asked about his future, all because of the controversies that have been going on around his loan deal and obligation to stay permanent at Bayern Munich. We remember when Mourinho, talking about the former president of Bayern Munich Football Club from 2016 to 2019, came out to allege that the deal that brought Nicholas Jackson to Bayern Munich was not 16.5 million euros. It was actually 13.5 million euros that Nicholas Jackson and his agent paid the balance of 3 million euros. And Mourinho also went on to allege that Nicholas Jackson will not remain in Bayern Munich on a permanent because the condition attached to that loan clause for him to stay permanent, he cannot. That condition is very impossible to meet. And what are the conditions? The condition, as he stated, was that Nicholas Jackson have to start 40 matches. To start 40 matches, not 40 appearances. He have to start. And the condition went on to say that it's not just starting 40 matches. He had to start 40 matches with 45 minutes of play. That simply means it's either he starts from the first half and gets substituted, or he come in the second half. But if, for instance, Nicholas Jackson came in as a substitute in the 55 minutes in a game, that means that game Nicholas Jackson had played will not be counted as any of his appearances. But lots of reports have actually come out to debunk that, statement made by former Bayern Munich president. And we are waiting for clarity on this Nicholas Jackson deal. And one person I believe, and I'll continue to say it, that can actually give clarity is Nicholas Jackson's agent and his camp that actually negotiated the deal for Nicholas Jackson. So we wait to see how this play out in the near future. And the report went on to say, sources close to Jackson are unconcerned. They have high hope of him joining Bayern on a permanent basis, no matter how many matches he ends up playing for them between now and May. I think statements like this will actually bring calmness and succor to Nicholas Jackson. Sources close to Jackson have actually said that regardless of the number of matches Nicholas Jackson will play, at the end of the season, there is every likelihood that Nicholas Jackson will remain at FC Bayern Munich. Nicholas Jackson himself, from every angle and the way I look at things, the way it's going, Nicholas Jackson don't even want to return to England, let alone playing for Chelsea again. He has stated it in one of the reports that he will not want to play for Chelsea any longer. By his own statement, he's right in his way. But one thing he should know that currently he's on loan at Bayern Munich and he's still tied down to contract at Chelsea Football Club. So we'll see how this will play out in the coming days. Tonight is the UEFA Champions League match day 2 again, as a couple of matches will definitely go down. Some of those matches include Liverpool taking on Atletico Madrid at Anfield. Paris Saint-Germain will host Atlanta at Parc des Princes. And notable of them all tonight is FC Bayern Munich versus Chelsea. And whenever this fixtures comes up, one memory came to mind. 2012 UEFA Champions League final at the Allianz Arena. Chelsea went to the Allianz Arena in 2012. They saw and they conquered. 2012 to now, a lot of things have actually changed. All the players, virtually all the players, are no longer in the team. The only thing that have not changed is the club name. The managers have changed, players have changed. But in Bayern Munich, one player is still there. None other than the legendary Bayern Munich goalkeeper, talking about Manuel Neuer. In 2012, Manuel Neuer was in between the sticks for FC Bayern Munich. And in 2025, in the UEFA Champions League tonight between Bayern Munich versus Chelsea, Manuel Neuer will still be in between the sticks. Currently, he is 39 years. So, after 12 years, going to 13 years, Manuel Neuer, part of the team that lost the UEFA Champions League final to Chelsea, is still in that particular team. We hope to see how this will play out tonight. All the odds favors Bayern Munich. But then, as a Chelsea fan, we still believe we have something to offer. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope to catch you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.